Kirby, on the last video we did, you said that people in 9 to 5s believe that they deserve 45 days off. You said, I don't even get 45 days off. I don't even get 4 days off. And I love this. Okay. And so what I'm trying to lead up to is so if it's something I'm doing or my wife is doing, and for those that haven't seen this channel before, my wife, she sells health insurance. I always tell people that, potential clients that reach out and say, "Hey, I heard your wife sells health insurance. Um, when is the best time to reach out to her?" And I always tell them anytime. Morning, nights, middle of the night, send us your info. We'll do it. But I noticed that is not a common way for people to think. People really tiptoe around, hey, is now an okay time? Like there's an actual bubble or window as far as only from here to here we're available. Everything else, we need our time off. We need to be alone. And I think that alone, that mindset crushes people from having the ability to excel and grow. What are your thoughts?
The reason why people are like that is because they believe in the 9 to 5 mentality. They believe in the worker mentality, mentality of, hey, this is set working hours. You can't work outside of these hours. That's taboo or whatever. But I always say to people, because everybody, they lie to themselves and say they want to be an entrepreneur. Right now, they probably working a 9 to 5, and they're getting 15, 20 days off a year, plus the weekends, plus holidays and all that. When you're an entrepreneur, there's no days off. When you're trying to make something big, there's no days off. When if you're playing both sides, working a 9 to 5 and being an entrepreneur, the days you take off from your 9 to 5 job is just to spend more time in the business or the side hustle.
Exactly.
So when I say there's no days off, there's no days off. I mean, just this weekend, everybody like, oh, well, you going out of town? What vacation spot you going? No vacation spot. It's all work. This is all work. But people don't understand that because they so used to, oh, I want time off. Oh, I need time off. I need the time off. For what? You ain't did nothing. You want time off from barely paying your bills. You're not going to do nothing that's going to add more money to your bank account, but you want time off. Make it make sense.
Yeah.
And I'm not sitting here saying that, oh, people don't need jobs. Everybody need to be an entrepreneur. I'm not saying that. I'm saying make it make sense. Being an entrepreneur is not 9 to 5. It's midnight to midnight. That's what it is. Ain't no, oh, these are my office hours. Okay, well, we're gonna find somebody else to do it. Like somebody was mentioning to me, uh, they was talking about they was looking at a house, a new potential investor. They was looking at a property. I was like, you talked to the real estate agent? They was like, oh, I found it on Friday after 5 o'clock. I said, I guarantee you that real estate agent waiting for somebody to buy his property so they can put some money in their pocket at any time. Oh, well, I want to respect their time. They don't want you to respect their time. They want the money. So they literally waited. So they found the deal at 5 p.m. So they waited the whole weekend to reach out to the real estate agent, reach out to get the financing and everything else in order. By Tuesday of the next week, somebody who didn't care about the real estate agent time and reached out got the deal done before they even got started. This is not this is not a game where, oh, it's office hours. This is a game of, hey, we want the money. Your wife, not you, your wife. Your wife, she runs a business. And she want all calls, all cash flow coming in, no matter if it's 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, 6 o'clock. Hey, I'm eating dinner. The dinner can wait. We gonna eat dinner again tomorrow, but this money's here right now. That's what it's about. It ain't about work-life balance. When you're an entrepreneur, it ain't no work-life balance. It's all work, and then you balance it out later.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But
Yeah.
people got this concept of, oh, if I'm an entrepreneur, I get to spend more time. Not in those first 3 to 5 years. You're gonna spend way less time than when you were just working a 9 to 5. If you want it done right. If you want it done wrong, then yeah, you can go ahead and go sit on the beach if you want to. And the rest of the world gonna pass you by. But that's the true reality of it.
Yeah, I think people miss that. When you work a 9 to 5, you're spending your time to build someone else's dreams. If you want to be an entrepreneur, all the time you have to spend, you have to spend it, but you're spending it to build your dreams. So that should be the difference when people go into, if they want to be an entrepreneur or work a 9 to 5 or whatever. If you want to be an entrepreneur, be
Wait,
aware.
wait once, Alex, 1 second. No, wait 1 second. Let's change that. Let's change that verbiage up a little bit. Not if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to be a successful entrepreneur.
Right.
So let's start saying that successful entrepreneur, because people can open up an LLC and swear they're an entrepreneur and ain't doing nothing. To be a successful entrepreneur, then go ahead. So sorry.
Yeah, absolutely right. I mean, but that's the difference. I think social media has just destroyed the image of entrepreneurship. They think that and I get it. I mean, a lot of the entrepreneurs on social media, they make their lifestyle look very flashy and very desirable because of how they're living it. But they've already got people working for them. They've already built it up to where they can have that lifestyle or whatever. But I guarantee in the beginning it didn't look like that. And the time that they took out of their years and years of working probably looked something more like Elon Musk when he was first starting, living in an office. So people have to be aware of that. And it's it's harder to describe, but I mean, you know how it is, Kirby, but the you said it once, you said the grind is my entertainment. It's something like that. Like people are worried about being entertained, but the work you put in, that is your entertainment. And I'm trying to say this and explain it in a way of the entertainment aspect comes out of what's on the other end of what you're trying to achieve. If you work at a 9 to 5, there ain't much you can get out of it other than a couple pay raises and maybe some bonuses. But if you're working for you're trying to build your own dream, like Elon Musk, like Jeff Bezos, like any successful entrepreneur that has proved themselves, the end of whatever you're trying to achieve is unlimited. There is no limit to what you're trying to achieve. And people have to be mindful of that. Like, I mean, sure, my wife and I, we like to travel, but everywhere we travel, we take our computers with us. We make sure we have Wi-Fi. We make sure we are available to attend to people that want to do business and that we can service her clients. We make sure that I can still sell options on stocks, that I can still be available for my tenants, that I can still be available for property management. If I'm making sales, on eBay, on Facebook, I make sure that I can have someone available to go and ship the product for me. You have to make sure it's constantly running and not just like, oh yeah, we're on vacation. It's a complete pause on life up until we come back. That could be so detrimental. The amount of clients you could lose, the amount of trades you could lose, the amount of money you could lose on, your tenants getting pissed off or damages at a property. Like so many things could go wrong in just a small amount of time because you decided to just take a break from reality. But those are my thoughts on that.
No, I mean you're 100% correct. You're 100% correct. It's a process. It's a thing. Um, people people want to believe that, and the one I'm gonna point out, the SBA drop shipping, because that's the big one on social media where everybody
Mhm.
talking about how much money they're bringing in. They don't talk about how it starts, how they got to go through the grind of selecting the right product, failing on selecting the right product to get different product to see what sells, and then keep regurgitating and doing that over and over again till they get it perfectly. Sometimes it take months, years to get it perfect. Then they put processes in order, which takes time to put processes in order. Now, after they did all that, it became a success. Now they can go sit on the beach. Only thing you see is them sitting on the beach. But you ain't see all that it took for them to get there. And it's so that's how they convince everybody, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to drop shipping. They just on the beach chilling, vacationing, flying private and all that. But then when you get into it, and then as soon as you get into SBA, where the beach at? Wait, you've still got to build this thing out. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
part. And the thing is a lot harder than your 9 to 5 job. So then you come into this conundrum of, I got to go work my 9 to 5 job, then I got to go do this drop shipping. Or some people just crash out and go off the deep end and say, all right, I just started drop shipping. I quit my job. I'm about to be on the beach anyway. It's not reality. Reality is starting something, building it brick by brick by brick by brick. And then eventually it becomes a success. Eventually you put processes in place where you don't have to do the day-to-day operation. Eventually you can go sit on the beach every now and then, and you can take some phone calls. Eventually. That's the key. Eventually. But if you try to do that within the first 3 years, shame on you. If you think you can start a business and just quit your 9 to 5 job in the first 3 years and everything's gonna work out, shame on you. That first 3 years, all the dollars need to be reinvested back in the business to grow the business bigger so you can reinvest capital, that you can invest in growth, that you can take a paycheck. So you got to keep growing the business so all that stuff is covered. And then you got extra money to go on vacation. But if you think you're gonna do that day one after you sign your LLC, that I ain't gotta work no more, and I'm just gonna make some money, and I can take money out the business, and I don't have to grow the business. The business is gonna grow by itself without me reinvesting. Shame on you. That's why 85% of small businesses fail inside the first 3 years because they have this misnomer, this misideal of actually what entrepreneurship is. Successful entrepreneurship. It fails because they get an LLC, they might open up a storefront. And the first thing they want to do is quit their 9 to 5 job. And then now they taking money, retained earnings, profits, and all the money they could be using to reinvest to grow the business, they're putting it in their pocket. They're going on vacation and everything else. So the business is not growing, and then you're just taking money, taking money, taking money. Then the world passed you up, inflation passed you up, and then now you don't have enough money to invest in a business because you done inflated your lifestyle because you're an entrepreneur, you're a CEO, you're an owner. And then the business failed. That's the cycle and why businesses keep failing in the United States. So don't be part of the problem, be part of the solution.
That's it, guys. If you have any questions or comments, let us know down below. Don't forget to like this video, share, subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next one.